Kasia from Island Sun Tarot. This video is a VR to Kasia from Tarot Map. It's her Hello Again Tarot Challenge. And she's got 3 prompts here. I really loved her video and I saw a few others, and let's get started. So for number 1, she had Hello Again. Show us an old deck that you fell in love with and started using again. This was super easy because I knew I was going to get it out for this month, so it's only been a couple weeks, but I'm so glad that I did because it's been a bit of a break for this deck. But it's the Dreams of Gaia Tarot. I absolutely love this deck. For me, it can just be very deep and sometimes heavy. So I had taken a break from using it and I just had other things that I was interested in using, but I'm really excited to get back into using it. Sorry, I'm not sure which side is going to be better. The artwork for this is lovely. I think that it's really amazing. I've been torn if I wanted to get the pocket edition, which is really just, borderless to use it, but for right now I'm really loving the energy from this deck. I have a really deep connection with this and I'm excited to reconnect with it. I guess I have used it here and there. There are some times that it just really calls to me. Oh gosh, of course, this is like the one card from the whole deck that I just, not so much. But yes, this deck for me can be very caring and nurturing, but also straightforward. I've never used this deck and had to pull like a clarifying card or been troubled about the reading, just really feeling like I was unsure. There's definitely a surety when I use this deck. It's very straightforward, but I love its honesty and I love its voice for that. It's very earthy too, which I absolutely love. I love all the mythical animals in it, the dragons. This is by Raven Phelan, and her artwork with these dragons and all these animals, everything is just stunning. And then I'm sorry I didn't say this is published by Blue Angel. And I've mentioned it before in other videos, but when I first got this, I was really intimidated by it. And I flipped through it and I loved all the images, and then I put it on the shelf and it sat there and I was afraid to use it because I just felt like, oh gosh, I'm not ready for that yet. But when I finally decided to just dive in, I'm so glad that I did. Oh, I love this next one. I think this is probably one of my favorites. Oh, the expression. For me, there's a lot of feelings with this deck and a lot of emotion. This deck has helped me through happy times, difficult times, everything. Everything. It has been everything that's in this deck to me. So it has been the child, the crone, the sage, the maiden, the youth. All that energy is so within this deck. Last one, I promise, because I could sit here and show the whole thing. So, for number 1, Hello Again, this is the Dreams of Gaia. All right, so for number 2, it was Getting to Know You Better. Show us a deck that you have been working on already and is still around you, a deck you are getting to know better. This probably comes as no surprise, but it's the Tarot of the Abyss. So I have had it since it came out, and I've definitely been addicted to it, but I've been working with other things as well because it was summer, and I did want to try and save this deck for the fall, and just because I had other things that I was working with. It's definitely a deck that you can use year-round. So, I don't mean that in the sense that it's a limited deck. You can definitely use it anytime for any reading. But I want to continue to grow our relationship, and I just have a really great appreciation for this artwork. I This is the only black and white deck that I have in my collection, and I really, when I ordered it, I thought everything was really gorgeous. I just didn't know how I was going to get on with it, and so I was pleasantly surprised when I unboxed it, and that was embarrassing because I don't think I've ever said wow more or ever in my entire life as many times as I did in that video, because every card was just, I was speechless. So I can't wait to continue to work with this deck. Oh, this, I really love this. And then of course the next one, the wise one. Look at that. Sorry for the glare. It's so beautiful. This deck, it's just, the intention behind each card is really deep and meaningful. And I feel like, for me, it just really speaks to me and how I read the cards. And so there's no disconnect. It feels very seamless, and I don't know, I want to say graceful. Can you describe it, an inanimate object, as graceful? That's just how it feels to me. I'm sorry. I love it so much, and so I'm excited to continue to get to know it and to listen to its voice, because it's really beautiful. So that is the Tarot of Abyss by Anna Torian, and it's published by US Games. The cardstock is lovely. All right, so for the last one, we have Pleased to Meet You. Show us a new arrival or a deck you haven't had a chance to work with yet. Okay, so this one may come as no surprise because I mentioned it in my monthly favorites that I was going to be working with it. So I'm just going to talk about it real fast, and then I kind of have an honorable mention that fit into this as well, sort of. So sorry. I can't just, I had to have 4 decks, of course, right? So the Tarot Vampires by Ian Daniels. I purchased this maybe like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months, and I had set it aside. I've been edging it slowly but surely. I admit I'm not quite done, but I had put it aside to work with in this, starting in September for this fall, winter phase. So I'm really excited about this. I absolutely adore the artwork, and if you've watched my X decks little mini series, this was actually a repurchase for me. I had culled this from my collection, and I rebought it, and I'm so glad that I did. Great choice. So the last one that fits into this in the sense that it's the or a deck you haven't had a chance to work with yet. Well, I've had plenty of chance to work with it. I really feel like I didn't give it the time that it deserved because of how our time went when I tried to work with it. So it's the Brady Tarot. This is by Emmy Brady. It's independently published. So this deck for me, it really is gorgeous. I love the artwork, otherwise I wouldn't have purchased it, right? However, in working with this deck at first, it was very aggressive and abrasive, and I know I've said before, and it has no problem hurting my feelings. And don't get me wrong, we all need that, or at least I need that. But it just kind of put me off of it a little bit. And there is an aggressiveness to some of the cards, and some of the keywords down at the bottom I don't necessarily love every single one. For the most part, it's definitely on point. But I think that's why I had problems working with this deck in the past, because I had the Spirit Song Tarot, and I really love a lot of the keywords down at the bottom of that deck. And really, I have many animal decks in my collection, and for whatever reason, I always reached for the others, being the Spirit Song Tarot or Animal Totem Tarot. So I mean, Oak, Ash, and Thorn. There's this other decks that I wanted to reach for instead of this, and really, I never gave this the time that it deserved, just because it slapped me on the hand a little and rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm ready to just be positive and try to enrich our relationship, because I'm definitely not ready to let it go, because it's been in purgatory for a little while now. So I'm ready to, oh, I'm sorry, that was totally upside down. I'm ready to get it back out. So yes, the Brady Tarot, independently published, created by Emmy Brady. All right. Well, that was fun. I've been enjoying watching these, so if you have one, please comment below. I'd love to watch it and join in. And make sure she had hashtagged it Hello Again Tarot and then tagging it with @TarotMap. So if you do one, go ahead and tag it. I'm going to link the original video below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!